Hello, this week I'm going to talk about how I make money on other sites without leaving my house, and I'm going to go over the steps that I use that I find to be most useful to make the most amount of money. So I made $150 this weekend. I didn't have to leave my house, I didn't have to meet up, and I didn't have to ship anything. So we're going to get started with the steps that I take in order to make these sales. Step 1, you're going to always have a bin around your house that you are going to gradually put items in that you don't need, that you want to sell. And the reason you're putting them in the bins is because eventually you're going to have like items that you're going to be able to group together to make sales. Step 2, you need to join Facebook Marketplace, Nextdoor.com, OfferUp or Let Go, any of those sites in order to start making some sales. You don't have to have a personal Facebook account. I don't. You can still create one in order just to sell. Don't forget about Nextdoor.com. The older generation uses them a lot to buy. Step 3, back to the lots. You're going to list all of your items in like lots. I found that sells better than listing individual items. So for example, Hanna Andersson PJs, Doc McStuffins. Step 4, you want to price your items to sell. This isn't the time to have negotiations. I make room for $5, $10, but you want to create some competition and a sense of urgency by having a really good price. Step 5, list your multiple lots at once. So if you're listing all size 2T items, list them at the same time. People might buy them, but they don't want to come back twice if you list it later. Step 6, I do porch pickup only, so I'm not going to drive around and meet people. Now, I live in a really safe area. I also use in the message that I have security cameras so they don't have to worry about people stealing their money. This makes them know that it's a secure area, and I think it makes would-be thieves, move on to the next person. So here's some examples of the lots I've sold. These are toddler toys all grouped together. I had dozens of people interested. It sold right away. And so you want to make sure you're finding items like maybe it's all Doc McStuffins. List those together in a lot. If you're listing all the same size shoes, put them together in a lot. People want to feel like they're getting a deal, and I just found for me, lots work a lot better. Now with all these clothing lots coming up next, because I listed them at the same time, the same person bought them. There were multiple listings of different items, but she saw I had listed all of them at the same time, and she decided to buy them. Here's another example of lots that I do. This had tons of interest because it was priced fair. Had I listed them individually, it wouldn't have seemed as such a deal, even if it was the same price. And it sold right away to someone who's going to give them as Christmas gifts. I hope this was helpful. Leave questions below.